And if we want to morph into safety, there are a number of safety aspects in this car that benefit the driver. We obviously talked about the padding here in the side. We talk about your seat belts, which hold the driver in. And we're really worried about the odd circumstance that this car would roll.
Right.
Very unlikely, but safety is predicated on something bad happening.
But anything is possible, right?
Anything is possible.
And I think that is extremely important for the teachers and the students that are participating in this to understand that anything is important and that we can't guarantee anything out there, and we have to try as much as we can to look into the future and possibly predict potential events,
exactly.
right, or hazards, if we will. So again, the body, now we're transitioning into the seatbelt, which is a very good transition. So what would you be looking for? What is SCCA looking for as we scrutineer this?
When we look for seat belts, are the seat belts in fact...
Yeah, we're going to take some of the safety foam out, right?
Yep. We'll take the foam out for
the moment.
Are the seat belts mounted properly?
Right here. Yeah.
Are the bolts tight? So tight enough, and it is a locking nut. So they need to be snug, but allow enough room
to
for your seat belt
to adjust
move.
around the driver.
And if you notice, there's two adjustments here in this car, or positionings. And really, you want the seat belt so that it comes over and up to a driver's pelvis. You don't want it down here on the thighs, but you want it in their pelvic area. You also don't want it up here in their stomach region.
All right, so it's very important that they, again, read and research, kind of listen to some of the suggestions, but be you know, seat belted or safety belted into the car properly. You know, and because what I'm hearing you say is there is a way that they can get there and it not be safe and not be proper.
And you know, last year we saw that some of the drivers are small enough that the seat belts could not be snugged down to their body. So they were sitting there loose. And therefore the seat belts weren't doing them any good whatsoever.
We're not effective in case of an accident.
And what we have looked at in that case is the driver may have to put a foam pad, let's say, on the base of the seat and sit on that in order to raise themselves up enough so that the seat belts can then snug them down. We also had seen some drivers that frankly couldn't see over the front of the car. They were so small they couldn't see, and that's where a pad would raise them up.
Right. So that is a great point to segue into another segment that we're going to talk about. So let's talk about that just for a second. So we're good on the safety belts, right?
Exactly.
I mean, they've got to be across the shoulders. I mean, they've got to be in the car and properly belted in. All right. So we need to make sure, you know, again, this is just like we talked about a few minutes ago, the brakes. This is an area to where we're not going to turn our head. It has to be right.
Exactly.